Hey Ever, this is Joe. Okay, so let's take a look at the three that you sent. Number one, they are way overloaded on menu here. Google will recommend to you to stay around six or seven. And you can have six across and a couple of drop downs, right? But this guy is overloaded. So let's see what mobile looks like. Because that would be there we go. That would be overwhelming. So if I click the menu bar, they're all there, right? The only thing I do like about their mobile logos in the middle, and then the click to call button right now, right there, which is great. Even left-handed phone users, the click to call button is usually on the right. Their pictures are nice. Some of them are not compressed and they're not licensed to their website. We've already checked. We will always do that. But at the very beginning of a website, you want to make sure your convertibility is high, right? Schedule a free painting estimate. Then it takes me to contact us. Let's just, yeah, there's some of this stuff that you can tell they're not web designers, right? Because you would never do it like that. But anyway, or typically not do it like that. Decent website. It looks clean, professional. There's some color palette to it. See, the color palette is this logo. Whatever the fonts and the color palette should flow. But if you notice, their website is just gray white. Looks clean with the intermittent of the mix of the green and white. So it's kind of a cool touch, right? But it's more of a pastel. This is overwhelming, super big. I would do that in stages. Yeah, I would just do that in stages. Reason why it increases the convertibility, because this is humongous on mobile. This is going to be a long scroll. You're not going to get people that's going to scroll 4 or 5 times to activate a service or whatever because they have a need. On mobile, if they can't get to it in 1 or 2 swipes, the heart of it, and get your message and feel confident in your service and who you are or what others say about you, what are your licensings and reviews, right? That stuff, it really comes into play in that convertibility of a lead, okay? We want them calling because they got questions and then they book, or we want them to go ahead and book, right? And a booking tool is pretty easy. I can show you that here in a second. This one, a little bit more professional crust on it, as I would call it, because the images really do it. So it's just a basic white website on the back. See, they've got this black and blue. They made their stuff that color, right? So see, now it turns blue, but if I'm on it, right, so there's a couple of features there. There's a lot of menu, right? A lot of menu. I do like this. This is called an additional header, where I got a free online quote. That is good stuff right there, right? Let's just get to it, man. 1, 2, 3. These will auto load on their phone, even on their desktop sometimes. But then just tell me what you need, and then you should get that raw lead, and someone should call it right away. That is that fast conversion process. That's good. I would say Service First is probably doing well with that because we understand the speed of that. Okay, speed to lead, right? You get to it, man. If they're already interested, why do we got to go through click one thing, get to another page, which is a contact us, and I'm like, well, wait a minute, I don't know if I want to contact you. I just wanted to get an estimate, right? You see, we're throwing people off. So some of this stuff is kind of gappy, okay? So this goes back to an editor, a professional web builder that would have known to tidy that up. This right here is a smart SEO. We do things like that. So like a lot of your vendors and resources that you use, it's not, as long as they have permission to put these on here, probably not on that and that one. But anyway, if they have permission to put those on there, it helps your SEO because you're ranking your site by their logos, right? Because they're hot links. See that? Okay. So that's not bad, but you got to be careful if you don't have permission, like some of these images. This guy is safe with images because most of these are their projects, which is great. This guy, these are all, some of these are pulled from the internet and they're not licensed, so they didn't pay for them. We have those accounts, Shutterstock, iStock, and we'll make sure all that's done. This is a stock image. It's a pretty sexy house there. This is called a static form, so it's in your face. Let's see and that's okay. That works too. That was kind of a few years ago. Now it's more click a button and it pops up and then let's go. That's what you want to do because people want to watch a video, click a button, and get to what they need done, right? And that's it. it's in their face. See, it's static, but then I click this, and so I'm looking at the same form. That's not sexy. But anyway, it's a little overdone, with the dryness of it. A lot of them have their phone numbers and stuff. This one is a WordPress, and WordPress. WordPress Bakery, excuse me. And so, yeah, the one that's a little bit more involved, that one was probably 3,000 or better, because WordPress Bakery is a content management system that takes a guy that knows the front and back end of that. Not a lot of people use it anymore, and so it's hard to find that guy, so it gets a little pricey. But that's why they do that, because those guys will always get called on that project. WordPress allows you to go to open source, and these two are Elementor, and Elementor is probably the sexiest, latest, and greatest updated thing that everybody's using. And that's what we use a lot of stuff for, because it allows us to put in all the cool things. We can go up and down with design and content without it being expensive, because it already has a lot of cool tools, right? So just to give you an idea what you're looking at there. So what you're asking for, not a problem, okay? I'm going to say like $1,200-$1,500 plus hosting. Hosting's a few $100. So we'll come in about half of what you've been quoted, but we're going to build something as quality as what we're seeing. Apologize. So let's get back on the phone.